Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching The Big Bang Theory. This is the 13th episode of the third season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in the link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in, and enjoy. So last episode, there was an argument between Penny and Leonard. Because Penny, yes, she said she went to see a psychiatrist. Basically, they said that if she cut her hair and cut it short, she would get into a TV commercial. Now, Leonard started laughing. He didn't believe any of it. He was saying that it's all made up nonsense and you can't really take anything as facts that they say. He was saying that factual things are stuff that you can prove, and somebody telling you this and that from a psychic is not really something to believe in, where Penny obviously disagreed, and they had an argument between it. And I've got to say, my personal opinion is Leonard's correct. You know, psychics can get it right. They could tell you ghosts and spirits, and they could tell you this and that. But factually, you know, it's not really 100% correct, is it? They can have a good hunch and they can have a good feeling. But, you know, a fact is a complete fact that is scientifically 100% proven. And the fact is, Penny cutting her hair short is not going to guarantee that she gets that commercial. So I understand where he was coming from. But obviously it made it awkward when he went out on a double date with Howard and Bernadette, which is cool as well that they're continuing on with their relationship. Leonard as well, Sheldon was being Raj's wingman, and it actually successfully worked. He managed to get two girls to come back to the apartment, go on a second date, and, you know, he actually got busy, Raj as well. Now, the other girl, female, she was interested in Sheldon, and he didn't really, you know, Sheldon don't really read the room or anything like that. He was saying bedtime. She was like, okay, like she was excited to go to his room, and he just left on his own. Then when she knocked on his room and said that, you know, things are getting freaky in the living room, can she come in and spend some time in there? He was like, sure, let her come in. He left out and said, I'll go to Leonard's room, and shut the door. So, you know, it makes me laugh. I don't think we're ever going to get a relationship between Sheldon and whoever. I don't even know. I feel like it's just going to be one of those things, the way with like Raj, and he struggles to talk about women, that we never actually conclude in this show. It's just always going to be an open-ender. But that is today's intro wrapped up. Thanks for checking out today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. If you do, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
Boy, seems like forever since the four of us have been out to eat, you know? Just the guys.
Oh, God, yes, we get it. You have a girlfriend now.
Well, jealous, are we?
No, I'm not jealous. All right, I'd kill a hobo if it would get me laid. Now, can we order?
Look at this. General Tso's chicken is no longer listed under specialties. It's now under chicken. So, why is it no longer a specialty? Perhaps this restaurant's now a front for organized crime. For all we know, the mobster sauce contains actual chunks of deceased mobsters.
You know what, let's just get a pizza.
Good idea. We'll go to Corleone's.
Oh, someone's broken.
The TV is gone.
So are our laptops.
Oh, God. It's all right. They didn't take my comic books. They took our TV, 2 laptops, 4 external hard drives, our PS2, our PS3, our Xbox 360, our classic Nintendo, our Super Nintendo, our Nintendo 64, and our Wii.
We like games.
When does the CSI team get here?
What?
In anticipation of their arrival, I've bagged some evidence. One of the thieves had the audacity to quench his thirst while ransacking our home. You should be able to pull some good prints off this. And now, here are my prints, so you can rule me out as a suspect.
I'd be completely out of line to ask you to shoot him.
Be happy to put him under a 72-hour psychiatric hold.
I'm not crazy. My mother had me tested. Laptop contained 4 out of the 5 Gedanken experiments necessary for a cogent restatement of the quantum measurement problem.
How is that going to help them?
Well, they could monitor scientific publications and see if anyone posts such a cogent restatement in the next couple of months. If so, the authors are most likely in possession of my stolen laptop.
What are we supposed to do now?
Watch TV on our phones until the criminals return and bludgeon us to death in our sleep.
The thing is, though, right, it is valuable, in it. You know, he was talking there about his comic books, and basically he's like, thank God they didn't take it. And to be honest, yeah, comic books are probably more valuable than your TV. You know, I'd probably rather lose my PS2 than lose the comic books. Now, I don't read them, but I know that if you keep them in mint condition, they are some hefty price tags, like, in the future. Do you know what I mean? It's like, if you look at now, Pokemon cards, for example. You know, back in the day when I was a kid and he was all getting released the first generation, everybody wanted to get a Charizard, and it was pretty much solid and impossible to get one at a time, let's be honest. You know, they didn't really just hand them out all willy-nilly. It's probably like 1 in a million cards had a shiny Charizard in there. And now if you look at it as well, fast forward 20 years, you know, look how expensive they are. Did Logan Paul not buy a Charizard for like £2 million or something? It's like ridiculous what it is. Like something that someone considers really new there is actually something very valuable to other people. And comic books are just the same. If you keep it in mint pristine condition, people pay big money for them. So, you know, I understand why he was, you know, he's concerned. But also, it's mad, isn't it, really? Because in an apartment building as well, you know, somebody's had to go all the way up, break his door. It looks like, I don't know, I'm assuming they're on the 4th floor because they're 4B or 4A. They're one of them anyway. Like, then they've got to carry it all the way down the stairs. That's just a graft, in it. If you're going to break into somewhere, you're not going to break into somewhere on the 4th floor, are you? What an absolute effort that is.
I do not have to urinate. I am the master of my own bladder.
I can't believe it. If I hadn't been working the dinner shift, I would have run right into the robbers.
Hey, there's no reason for you to be scared.
I'm not scared. I would have gone all Nebraska on their asses.
Penny? Leonard and Penny? Leonard and Penny? You just had a major crime in the building, and you opened the door without asking who it is. I just wanted to see if you were both okay.
We're fine, Sheldon.
Good night.
Night.
Leonard and Penny? Leonard and Penny? Leonard and Penny?
Who is it?
Hey, that was good, actually.
Sheldon Cooper.
Yes.
May I come in? So you're drinking wine.
Yes, we are. And we're about to go to bed. So what do you want?
It's not what I want, it's what evolution wants. Human beings are primates. Primates have evolved to live in groups, both for protection and support. It's scary over there.
It's getting scary here, too.
Maybe get a camera on the door or something. You know, give him some sort of safety blanket.
Star Wars?
Hydrogen atom, H, plus pigs minus P, Higgs. Bo, General Zod trapped in the Phantom Zone. Cool. Particle, Higgs, boson, particle. How could you not get that? I'll take the first watch and wake you at 0400.
Great, good night.
Is he gonna wake him up? Leonard the Penny.
Leonard Penny!
I knew it.
A titanium deadbolt and a reinforced jam controlled by a state-of-the-art electronic access system. Inside, we've got motion detectors, infrared sensors, and cameras connected to a server running state-of-the-art facial recognition software.
Gosh, your car is blocking me. What the hell?
Worry, the net's gonna be electrified. You picture her on the floor, spasming uncontrollably.
Oh, dear.
Leonard Penny? Leonard Penny? Leonard Penny? The hell are you doing out there?
I heard a noise.
It was us. We knocked over a lamp. We were gonna
He
have...
doesn't need to know what we were doing, Leonard.
Oh. Here, perhaps I'll check the
Imagine his
perimeter
room's
and make
locked
some
on the
warm
inside.
milk.
Great. You do that.
Would you like me to bring you some warm milk?
I'm lactose intolerant.
And you don't wish to alarm me with any more loud noises. Very thoughtful.
Sorry about that.
What can you do?
My new computer came with Windows 7. Windows 7 is much more user-friendly than Windows Vista. I don't like that. Our apartment was broken into. Our security system tried to kill me, and as a result, I'm leaving Pasadena forever. Tell me how that's overreacting. I need to find a location that's more hospitable than the mean streets of Pasadena. Penny, you're from Nebraska, correct?
Born and raised.
Crossed it off. I knew he was gonna do that.
A few days to get settled. After I do, I will email you detailed PDFs containing diagrams and instructions that will guide you through packing and shipping the rest of my possessions to Bozeman, Montana.
Come on, so you were the victim of a crime. That's part of life.
Going to be a Bozite.
They call themselves Bozites?
They should. It's one of the first things I plan to bring up upon arrival. As you know, I'm not comfortable with prolonged goodbyes and maudlin displays of emotion, so I prepared a short video. As you know, I'm not comfortable with prolonged goodbyes and maudlin displays of emotion. The four of you are three of my closest friends and one treasured acquaintance. Since you intend to remain in this lawless metropolitan area, statistics suggest that you will succumb to tragic and gruesome ends before we meet again. You might want to lock the door behind me. This isn't Bozeman. It is a bracing cold, an invigorating cold. Lord, is it cold? Help you with your bag, sir? Oh, thank you, fellow Bozite. Wait! Excuse me! One ticket to Pasadena, California.
The thing is, though, I wonder how many people actually lose to stuff like that. It's so easy to do.
The acquaintance is the first to greet me.
Hey. That is decent. Now, can you blame Sheldon for his reaction in today's episode? Now, you could say that's an overreaction, but I don't know if it is, you know. I feel like every type of reaction is understandable. Whether you go even further to what he done today, or whether you're just like Leonard, really. He wasn't really fazed, was it? It was his apartment that actually got broke into as well. But you didn't see him react in any sort of way. Now, Sheldon, he was scared. He wanted to stay out. He wanted people around. He wanted security systems. Cameras. He was scared to leave his room. He was locking the doors. He was boarding it up. He was climbing through the windows. He went pretty hardcore. He did. But at the end of the day, it's all understandable. It is, and every person reacts differently to each situation. And the fact is, yeah, I get how somebody can feel uncomfortable in their home after somebody else has burgled into it. And, it's not nice knowing that while you wasn't there, somebody had come into your personal space and went through your own things and stole it as well. It's not nice. And I reckon that if I lived in a house where somebody come in and they actually did break into it and steal my things as well, that I would feel uncomfortable. And it'd take quite a long time before I felt kind of safe, you know what I mean, to relax and not always checking the door was locked and always make sure the cameras was okay and stuff like that. So I kind of get where he's coming from in today's episode. You can say it's extreme, you can take it another way as well, but I totally understand it. And grass is not always greener on the other side though, is it? He tried to move away. As soon as he got to a new location, burgled straight away. And the thing is, if you look at it, I think that's an easy thing to do as well. How many people do you reckon have, put the bag down, or somebody's like, should I help you carry it over here? Oh yeah, thanks. It's quite heavy, and they've ran off. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's dead simple. I remember a Mr. Bean episode when I was a kid, right? And he was asking somebody to take his picture, and he gave him the camera, and he was like, yeah, just move a little bit further back because I can't get you in it. And he kept moving back enough where there was enough space between them before they legged it and took the camera. And I was thinking, do you know what? People do that. Have you ever been anywhere and you've been, I don't know, with your partner or with a family member or something, and you said, so excuse me, can you just take a picture of us here at this location? Do you know what I mean? And it's like, mate, you just give somebody your phone, a couple of $100 worth, and you're trusting it with them. They could easily just turn and put the jets on and you lost it like that. Do you know what I mean? So I get it, I understand it, and I don't really think that he overreacted, to be honest. Okay, that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Now, I think the security system that Howard actually put up into the apartment was pretty decent. Now, I know it was a bit extreme that he got Sheldon in the net and got him obviously shots on the floor, but it shows it worked. He put a lock on the outside as well, which had a backup, and it was a fingerprint scanner as well, which I think is really clever. And then obviously inside is a net that shocks them. They've got facial recognition. They've got obviously cameras. I just feel like I would be much safer in a home like that, compared to not having it. But it would have been good to see the people who actually stole from them. I would have liked to see what they look like, why they done it. You know what I mean? Like, how much did they sell the stuff for? That's what I think as well. People always steal things and wreck it, and they always end up fobbing it off for a couple of quid here and there, and it's not even worth the value of it. And if someone broke into my house, yeah, and stole all my things, I would literally just go to town on how much I could claim for. I'd be like, yeah, that Mac, it was brand new, I had 2 of them, he had 3 iPads, you know what I mean, that big screen TV, I had it on 3 bedrooms, you know what I mean, all of them had a big 65-inch, yeah, we had big surround sound everywhere as well, that got taken away, do you know what I mean, I go to town with all the different stuff, yeah, he had a PlayStation in every room as well, the police officer was thinking that as well when he was listing off all the consoles that he had, you know, it's fair. If you are a gamer and you do have those consoles, you know, you probably would. I've got a PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and 4, Xboxes as well. I've got the old Wii. You know, if I go back from my back catalogue, I think I've got a Nintendo 64 as well. So, like, it's, you know, if that got stolen, I'd be pretty wounded about it as well. And like I was saying about the comic books, it's good that they didn't get taken. They've got massive value, and that is something that, you know, many people will probably gloss over. And, you know, if they was going into a place and just thinking, sack that, mate. But at the end of the day, there could be one in there that's absolute mint condition, could make so much more money than stealing the TV or something. But, you know, again, this is like the third time that we've seen Sheldon, like, move away and return instantly, innit? Literally. Now, I thought it was interesting that he said that Howard was his acquaintance at the end of the episode. You know, that was interesting. I was saying there when he said he'd made 3 friends and an acquaintance, he was saying that everybody kind of like will automatically think that's Penny, but that's not always the case, is it? And it just shown as well that it wasn't, because when he come back, he revealed who it was. So that was pretty funny as well. You know, we never really get the extensions of these little jokes. You know, that'll be the end of it. But I did like it, and it was, you know, it was another good episode. Thanks for checking out today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash the like. Really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.